Hi there everyone, it's Chris Tuck here from survivorsofabuse.org.uk. Now, I don't know whether you know, but there was a report that was published yesterday by the Child Safeguarding Practice Review Board panel. It's called I Wanted Them All to Notice. Now, this report is about child sexual abuse within the family environment, and I've only just started to really get into the details of the 60 pages of this report. Now, I have taken part in this review at different times throughout its journey over the last year, and it really resonates with me because all of the abuse that I suffered as a child was within the family home environment, and my abuse, or the abuse within my family, has been generational, and the impact of that has left a lasting legacy. Now, if you know me, you know I took part in the independent inquiry into child sexual abuse for 8 years, and that report is here. It's this thick, and there are many reports that the inquiry produced over its 8-year lifespan, and you can access all of those on www.IICSA.org.uk. Now, just starting reading this report, I've made some notes just to whet your appetite, because I want you to go and read this report, and I want you to get clued up on what is it we are facing as a society that needs to be changed. So in 1988, the Cleveland report was released, and it said there is systemic silence and profound professional unease in speaking about child sexual abuse. Then in 2015, IICSA was launched by Theresa May, and their conclusion was organisations denied and deflected attention from the realities of child sexual abuse. And they said it was the testimony from the adult survivors going through the IICSA Truth Project, and there was 6,300 individuals that did this, that really showed how individuals as children and young people have been failed by institutions, social care, schools, education, the police, the criminal justice process, have been failed by all of those statutory services time and time and time again. So we need to be doing something differently. Now, this report already has shown that many professionals do not have the confidence or sensitivity to work in this complex area of child sexual abuse within the family home environment. The spotlight to date has been on child sexual abuse within institutions, famous people, child sexual exploitation of children, and online abuse. Now, all of those areas are worthy, of course they are, of exploration, investigation, resources, and specialist support, redress. All of that is needed for those areas, but we've never shone a proper light on child sexual abuse within the family home, within the family environment, and this has to change. So, one of the reasons why Act On IICSA and IICSA Changemakers exist is because of the independent inquiry into child sexual abuse. There was 20 recommendations made by the IICSA in their final report, in November 2022, and to date, not one recommendation has been implemented. So when I get asked, how do we change all of this? How do we better respond to child protection? I say my answer is, it's in the book. Go and read it. Understand why the recommendations were put into play in the first place. And now let's work in getting these recommendations implemented. What does it look like? How do we move it forwards? Now, the Act On IICSA campaign that I've been sharing across all my social media is asking for a child protection authority. Now, this authority will start the journey of building a better, more robust, more foundational response that we need for the cultural shift, the cultural change to drive forward all of the other recommendations. Now, what this looks like is up for debate, but we need to commit to doing it in order to have this change that is needed, because otherwise there will be another inquiry in 5-10 years' time. This report that was published yesterday adds to what needs to change. So I urge you to go and do your own reading, your own research, or check out my social media and see what I've been posting for a very, very long time now. We need to just get around the table with government, with the Department of Education, with MOJ, with all of the different departments that need to work in this area and agree a way forward. Because at the moment, there is just radio silence, and it really is not good enough. Time now to break the cycle and make a change. So if you want to know more about any of this, you want a lived experience person who has gone through the IICSA, who understands the bigger picture, who works with individuals at a grassroots level, and who actively wants to get involved to make change happen, then please get in touch. Various websites that you can connect with me on: Chris Tuck, motivational speaker and trainer; survivorsofabuse.org.uk; thesurvivorstrust.org, or just message me across any of my social media contacts. We are not going to let this rest. There has been too much damage. Damage is still being created through our silence and through our inaction. Things have to change, and there are many people like me that want this change to happen. So let's get around the table. Let's stop the consultations, unless it's about moving things forwards. Let's stop seeking evidence, because we have it. We have it in all of the case reviews that have gone before. We've got it from the inquiries. We've got it from the national reviews. We've got the Centre of Expertise on Child Sexual Abuse. We don't need any more evidence or consultation. What we now need is action. So if you want to get involved in Act On IICSA, if you can connect me to any people who can drive this change, move it forwards, then please get in touch. Thank you for listening. Speak to you all soon. Bye for now.